And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
Hey, welcome to Half the Battle. Today things are gonna be a little bit differently, as we won't be talking about one character or one toy, but rather a set of toys.
Meet the Cobra Viper Pit set. This box was released in 2006 with almost no original body parts. And this is an army builder's wet dream! 6 Vipers in one package! 5 of them are identical, while the 6th is distinct by having a gold faceplate instead of the traditional silver. At first glance, these figures look pretty much the same as the original Viper from 1986.
But no, there are significant differences!
The blue color on the original is darker, while the red is brighter. There's also more color variation on the 2006 ones, like the silver buckles in the vest instead of red, and the dark silver grenades instead of red. Also, while the head, arms and torso are from the original, the waist and lower legs came from the original Battle Android Trooper.
Most remarkable are the upper legs.
I did say they had almost no original body parts. While they look very close to the original ones, these are in fact brand new sculpts. Yeah, somewhere between 1993, when the molds were last used, and 1997, Hasbro lost the legs of the Viper. For later versions, like the 1997 one, they just used the Battle Android Trooper legs. But for some reason, they went the extra mile on this set and tried to recreate the original upper legs as close as possible. No, really, you have to look really close to see the difference, like the red pattern not going all the way up the leg.
Now, if you've watched this show for any length of time, you know that Hasbro likes to save money at every opportunity.
So, I'm at a loss to explain the generosity on display here. I can only guess this was a passion project for somebody at the company. These are some pretty damn amazing figures and blend in well with the originals. And, like I said, a great gift for army builders. This doesn't mean they're perfect though. I have a few minor quibbles and one major problem with them.
Let's get the small stuff out of the way before we get to the big issue.
First, there's the accessories. This set of 6 figures came with 4 backpacks and 8 weapons. Yeah, figure that one out. The white rifles are clearly meant to replace the original ones, but they just don't look right on the Viper. The black machine guns, however, are pretty damn cool. But the small ones, again, they just look out of place.
It seems they lost the original accessories, so they had to make do.
Honestly, you're better off replacing the white guns with stuff from your own collection to make the figures look good. Second, there's the mystery of the gold faceplated Viper.
Why is this variation included?
He's even featured prominently on the front box art. And yet, no clue as to why he exists. On the back of the box, there's no mention of him. It explains what the Viper Pit is. A barracks/training room for Vipers. And there's just one file card for all of them, and that card also makes no note of Goldilocks.
Oh, I just noticed.
Speaking of the back of the box, the art shows the Vipers training with swords. Their accessories include no swords whatsoever. Anyway, my best guess is Goldar over here is or was supposed to be their sergeant or lieutenant or something, but they didn't bother making a file card for him. The lack of specific file card probably explains why G.I.Joe.com lists him as a variation, not a separate version.
But these are all minor trivialities. And if that's all there was to complain about, well, I could end the video right now with 2 thumbs up for this set.
However, I did mention a major problem. You see, all these figures have a flaw. A potentially fatal flaw.
Now I know how we reviewers like to use hyperbole and make mountains out of molehills for the sake of a joke, but no, not in this case.
These toys have a problem that could damage the figure itself. Let me explain.
The first time I tried putting one of these in a vehicle, his crotch exploded. You wanna know why?
You see, this is a standard O-ring found in most G.I.Joe figures that holds the figure together. This is the O-ring found in these Vipers. That's not right. The ring is far too small and as such puts too much force on the metal bar that holds the legs together. So, if it moves, like for example when you're putting the figure in a sitting position, the bar in turn puts too much pressure on the front of the waist piece, meaning the thing can break and the poor guy's dick goes flying.
As an aside, I think my YouTube channel has more crotch pictures than any other channel out there. That sure is a weird accolade to have.
So yeah, that's a problem. But fortunately, you can fix this yourself if you get this set or one of the figures. Get some replacement O-rings, you can find them online at several sites, and swap them with the small ones. And that was the Viper Pit set. Overall, this was a great little box.
But it requires you to do a lot of work.
You should use your own better accessories, invent a backstory for gold dust, and perform surgery on the toys to make sure they don't break. This set was also significant since it's from 2006, the last year the classic O-ring construction was used for figures at mass retail. In 2007, Hasbro switched to the anniversary and movie type construction. Sure, the Collectors Club kept putting out classic style figures as exclusives for a little longer, and there was a classic snow job as part of a special retail pack, but 2006 was the end of the classic O-ring at retail. And a set like this, faults and all, wasn't a bad last hurrah for the classic toys. Not bad by a long shot.
It was a pretty good send-off. Well, I'll see you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.